fifth graders. Today we are going to do word study, unit 14. Your hint for this week is 6, 7, 8. And you will see that our roots are hex, sex, sept, or oct. And so we're dealing with numbers this week. So when we talk about our roots, hex, sex, we are talking about the number 6. Numbers, okay? So that is a root for the number 6. Sept is the Latin root for 7, and oct is a Greek root meaning 8. So when we look at our roots today, hex is for 6, and our first word is hexagon. Double check that you made sure to pause your video and add in notes in your notebook. But a hexagon is a two-dimensional figure that has 6 angles and 6 sides. We drew an irregular hexagon with each of its 6 sides a different length. Sextant has the root sex, meaning 6 in it. A sextant is a sixth of a circle. It's an instrument used to determine the position of a ship or an airplane by measuring the positions of the stars and the sun. And when we talked about navigational technology with our explorers, we talked about how they would use a sextant. And so this tool is actually where you would go and check on the stars and their angle and on a map. So it says early explorers always had a sextant on their ships to determine their location. September has our root sept, meaning 7 in it. September is currently the 9th month of the year, but it used to be the 7th month before we added in July and August. And so here it says September used to be the 7th month of the year before July and August were added to our calendar. It is now the 9th month. So although sept means 7, it used to be the 7th month. Septennial has the root sept in it, meaning 7, lasting for 7 years, happening once every 7 years. So a septennial would be something that you celebrate every 7 years. So since the class of 2010 didn't want to wait another 10 years to see each other again, they decided to organize a septennial reunion for 2017. Septet has that root sept, meaning 7 in it. It's a group of 7 singers or musicians who perform together a piece of music that is meant to be performed by 7 people. The 6 musicians were looking for one more member to create a septet. Septuagenarian is a really long word, but it has that root sept in it, meaning 7. And if we think about gen, that means generation. So really, a septuagenarian is someone who is in their 70s. So someone between the ages of 70 and 79. Instead of saying my grandfather is in his 70s, I like to call him a septuagenarian. So you can sound really smart if you call one of your grandparents who might be in their 70s a septuagenarian. Octagon has the root oct, meaning 8 in it. An octagon is a flat shape that has 8 sides and 8 angles. The most common example of an octagon is the 8-sided stop sign. Octave has the root oct, meaning 8 in it. And this is a group of 8, but it usually refers to 8 musical notes. So the difference between our 8 musical notes. Please play the same song on your piano 1 octave higher. October has the root oct in it, and although October is the 10th month of the year, currently, just like September, it was pushed back a couple months when July and August were added, and it is now the 10th month of the year. And our last word today is octopus. Oct has the root 8 in it. An octopus is a sea animal that has a soft body and 8 long arms, known as tentacles. And we could see all 8 arms of the octopus as it swam in the water. So those are your Greek and Latin roots for Unit 14. Please make sure you've written them down in your notebook.